again. This is Pastor Dan, along with
Pastor Kyle.
And behind the camera today we have Danielle. And so we just want to share with you 3 ways that you can connect and worship with us during this pandemic. And we think that we've got everyone's comfort zone covered, and that's our goal anyway, to try and make sure that everyone is comfortable worshiping with us. We've noticed during the pandemic how important worship is and getting together as a church family. And so we want to do that, and just want to remind you that there are 3 ways that you can connect with us. The first one is digitally. And you can get this digital plan on your smartphone or on your computer, and you can sing the songs that we're going to sing in the worship service. You can hear the message. I record that on Saturday evenings and put it online, and so you can hear the message when you go through that. You hear the same message that we're hearing here at the church. Our second method is a drive-in worship, where you stay in your car, and Kyle's going to explain that in just a couple of seconds. And then our third way that we've just added is to gather with us inside of our building. Because of the restrictions that have been lifted by the state of Nebraska, we're able to go inside, and as long as we keep some of those restrictions. So Kyle, just share with us in the train over here. Share with us what the driving service is.
You bet. Hopefully you can hear me over the train. But one of the benefits of being inside is we're not going to have to deal with that coming over the sound system. Our services are still going to start at 10:30, and just drive in to the parking lot, and there's a strong enough broadcast you can pretty much park anywhere in the parking lot and hear the broadcast. A couple people have been bringing their bag chairs or lawn chairs and sitting in the shade. We have several battery operated radios if you don't have one, or you can listen in your car, but you can tune it, and if you forget the station, it's posted right there on the front of the church, 87.9 FM, and you'll hear everything live that's happening inside. Like I said, you can even borrow one of these from the table out here, and you can sit in the shade. We've had several people do that. And listen and sing along. After downloading the digital version of what's happening, you'll be able to get the lyrics that way as well. On the Sundays, we're going to actually do communion. We wanted to kind of explain how that's going to happen too. If you're going to stay in the parking lot, we're going to have a table out here that's going to have communion cups, and the bread is already all pre-packaged. So you'll be able to come up here, get however many you need for your car. You can even grab a Ziploc bag for throwing stuff away, take those to your car, and Pastor Dan will explain how we're opening those and doing those a little bit later on. The other benefit of coming and being with us, even if you're outside, is that stick around after the service is over. We're going to encourage people to still maintain that social distancing, but they can take the time to fellowship out here in the parking lot or outside, even under a tree after the service is over. Dan?
All right, let's go inside, and let's take a look at what it's going to be like. First of all, when you get to the door, you're not going to have to touch the door, because we're going to have someone here holding the door open for you. There's not going to be any handshaking, no hugging or anything like that, and we're just going to stay at a distance from each other, try and maintain that 6-foot distance between us. Of course, when you pass somebody out here, it may not be 6 feet, but that's all right. Come on in. And when you get in, you'll see that our setup is a little bit different. Right here, as you come into the auditorium, you're going to see a table. And on this table, we have the hand sanitizer that's available. We have masks. If you forget yours and would like to wear one, those are available here. We have plenty of those. And our offering is going to be taken just in a box that's sitting here on the table. So those are some changes that you'll see right away when you walk in. And then when you come into the auditorium on Communion Sundays, I just want to share with you the unique way that we have to have communion. And these communion cups have 2 lift tabs on them. The first tab, when you lift it, you have access to the piece of bread. And so when we do the part of the communion with the bread, you will open that first tab and take part with the bread. The second tab opens up the juice section of the cup, and we'll do that together. And then we're making available, as Kyle said, these Ziploc bags for you to put everything in from your family and seal it up so it doesn't spill on the floor, and then you can dump it in the trash on your way out, and no one will ever touch that. So that's how we're going to handle communion on the first Sundays of the month. Now, another thing that you can see in our auditorium right away is that our seating is totally different. So I'll ask Danielle to go ahead and walk up to the front, and she can pan through the auditorium, and you can see how our seating has been rearranged. There are, each one of these sections is at least 6 feet from the other section, and sometimes more. And depending on the size of your family, you'll pick a spot that fits your family, and we'll be seated a safe distance from each other. Also, I want to just share with you some things for the kids. And so come on out and let's take a look at where the kids' bags usually have been. And kids have been able to pick up these activity bags, but we've kind of done something new with them. And we've taken the tree down and taken them out of the cloth bags, and we've put them in Ziploc bags. And what we would like for parents to do is to take one of those Ziploc bags, put the name of your child on that bag, and then when they're done with the activity bag after church is over, bring it back to the table. It has their name on it, and then next week they'll get that same bag. And so that's how we're covering that. We also have an alternative upstairs, which I'll share with you next. Here's the other option for children. If you think your children are disrupting things, we have a plan. And we've turned this middle room upstairs into kind of an overflow area, but especially for children. As you see, we've set up tables in here so your family can gather around a table. You can have activities for your children. And we've been able to hook up the camera from downstairs. You see Kyle on the screen there. He's downstairs right now. You'll be able to see the service and hear the service up here. So this is a place where you can bring children if you just feel like your children are disrupting things, so you can bring them here. We also want to talk about the nursery, because we will have a nursery, but it won't be staffed. But our nursery is just across the hallway here. And for any mother that's nursing or a baby that's crying, we've got this area for you to come to. And once again, we have a camera set up or a monitor set up, and you can hear the service and see what's going on downstairs up here in the nursery. And you have everything available to you, and we'll get this sanitized each week as well. And you can use this room if you would like to do that. We also have other hand sanitizer stations just outside the bathrooms, and the thing that we had installed in the bathrooms are no-touch lights. So when you walk in, the motion turns on the lights, and you don't have to worry about touching the light switch. It's going to turn off automatically. And we have that in all 3 of our bathrooms, the women's, the family restroom, and also the men's restroom, with more sanitizer out here. Now, when church is over and we're dismissed, Kyle's going to be dismissing us by sections. And so each section will take their turn to dismiss, and we'd like you to just go straight from your seat right to outdoors. And if the weather is nice, we're going to do our fellowship time outside and maintain that distance between us, but have some connection time. And we hope you'll stick around for that. If you don't feel safe doing that, don't feel bad at all. And I just want to remind everyone that no matter which of these 3 methods of worship that you choose to do, one is not more spiritual than the other. And I just want to reassure you that we're anxious to connect with you in whatever way you feel safe in. And so we look forward to worshiping with you this weekend and in the weeks ahead. None of us knows what's going to happen or how this is going to play out, but for now, this is our plan, and we think it's a great one. And we think that each one can worship the Lord on weekends along with us. So we look forward to seeing you.